Accountability creates division. Division weakens the state. Here, unity is preserved by certainty, and certainty is whatever we declare it to be. Welcome to the Ministry of Injustice.
This is the Daily Dystopia News Network. Reality reported before it collapses.
Good evening. If today felt louder, messier, and more unhinged than usual, don't worry. That's not anxiety. That's situational awareness. These are the headlines they hoped you wouldn't connect. So let's connect them.
Sibler. Tonight, we can confirm that Immigration and Customs Enforcement is using facial recognition to scan protesters, everyday citizens, and even bystanders. The technology locks onto faces in real time, pulls identifying information from state and federal databases.
Court filings reference 25 men who settled quietly. No charges, no names, just silence. America's most successful legal strategy. I'm Alex Moreno. The co-conspirators are still hidden behind redacted lines and sealed deals. Until those files are opened, the store
man sprays unknown substance at Congresswoman. Officials call it disruption. Voters call it the new normal. I'm Victor Salgado in Mayfield.
The Congresswoman says her eyes burn, her skin tingles, doctors are running tests, but tonight she is stable.
It just feels like this keeps happening. Town halls, schools, grocery stores, we all keep acting shocked, but are we really?
If you're not doing anything wrong, why are you nervous?
Today in federal court, parents across the country launched a class action suit against Meta and YouTube, accusing the platforms of addicting kids through endless autoplay. The case claims the constant stream of recommended videos is fueling anxiety and sleeplessness among teens. We take kids' safety seriously and are rolling out more limits and parental controls.
For years, fans have compared Pretty's punishing style to Floyd's ringcraft. Tonight, that comparison is back in the headlines for a very different reason.
I don't feel sorry. I don't think feeling sorry helps anyone win.
That's Kelly Irons, the network executive behind the docuseries that made the matchup famous.
Compliance is freedom, with fewer steps. At the Ministry of Obedience, every interaction is designed to be effortless. One touch, one look, one quiet yes, and the way ahead opens. Fewer barriers. More room to...
Tonight, battles over political maps are heating up again, this time mid-decade. Across the country, legislatures are redrawing lines that were set just a few years ago. In some states, control of Congress could shift before the next census even arrives. I'm Dan Wu. Our full report.
The investigation into last week's crash has taken a striking turn. Tonight, the NTSB says the tragedy that killed 6 people was 100% preventable. Their report points to repeated warnings about the aircraft's ice protection system. Warnings they say weren't acted on in time. In response,
Justice. Mistakes were made by civilians. That's the premise. Welcome to the Ministry of Injustice.
I'm Hannah Cole in Paris, where the United States has pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement again. The accord, signed in 2015 by nearly every nation on Earth, set a collective promise to keep warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius. Tonight, the world's second largest emitter is walking away. Scientists...
Here in the heart of Cortina's Olympic zone, thousands have gathered to denounce the presence of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, ICE, brought in as part of the game's security plan. Italy's Interior Ministry today officially labeled the agency a, quote, foreign militia.
Tonight, the Department of Homeland Security admits what many had suspected. 2 of its own agents fired the first shots in last week's confrontation. Officials say no weapon was ever seen in the hands of the man they were pursuing. What they describe instead is a sense of resistance that they say was felt.
Clearly have the who does with this Robert's justice response to the attended as assessments to studying justice delayed is justice denied. Denied justice is stability.
UPS is cutting 30,000 positions worldwide, closing sorting centers and scaling back ground operations. The move follows last year's deadly cargo plane crash in Alabama, which federal investigators linked to aging equipment. In response, the company is retiring dozens of older jets, including the model involved in that crash.
Sufficient. The Department of Homeland Security insists there is no centralized database of Americans. Yet, when agents stopped Alex Pretty outside a coffee shop in Tacoma, they recited his full name, address, and travel history before he could reach for his wallet.
Meta has quietly blocked public access to profiles of immigration and customs enforcement agents, citing user privacy. The move sweeps a trove of open data off the platform, replacing it with a padlock and the word blocked. Yet advertisers can still buy access to the surveillance information Meta collects, a business worth billions.
An off-duty immigration and customs enforcement agent is now facing assault charges after this confrontation in a Westchester parking lot. Prosecutors say Agent Manuel Diaz shoved 27-year-old organizer Clara Weaver while she was protesting a detention facility. Diaz pleaded.
Tonight, the doomsday clock moves closer than it has ever been, 85 seconds to midnight. Scientists cite climate extremes, escalating conflicts, and unfettered artificial intelligence as reasons for the shift. It is a symbolic, minute hand, but the risk behind it.
If today felt excessive, remember, exhaustion is a feature, not a bug. The goal is not to convince you. It's to wear you down until you stop connecting dots. So breathe. Rest when you must. But don't forget what you saw here. History doesn't ask if you were comfortable, only whether...